I thought that this would be an appropriate time to share with you my response to the prompt. So if you don't know, I started a weekly newsletter called The Watering Hole, and you can join up here. There is a free version and a paid version, and the free version you get a creative prompt, journal prompt, or thinking point delivered to your inbox each week, and you can respond in any way you like. It's just supposed to offer you some direction for your creativity, which I think a lot of people need. And creativity is this funny thing that you've really got to foster, you've got to nurture it, look after it. And sometimes one just needs a bit of direction to be able to do that effectively. Anyway, because it's the first one that's just gone out last week, I thought it might be useful to share what I did, how I responded. So the prompt was, what happens when the river meets the sea? Now, the idea is that you could respond in any way you like. If you're a painter, you paint. If you are a drawer, you draw. If you are a photographer, go photograph. You know, it's completely up to you. There are no real rules. My most natural art form is writing. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an author. I wrote so many books. I remember writing, like, honestly, a novella about 5 kids who went to an ancient Egyptian exhibition at a museum and time traveled back to ancient Egypt. And I remember my mum let me send off the prologue to Blue Peter because she wouldn't let me print out the book. I think it's hundreds of pages. Anyway, I like words. Words come to me. So I have written about what happens when the water meets the sea, and I'm going to read it to you. It's not very long. It's very short and sweet. So here we go. Tumbling, rushing, cruising through the lapis blue light, the lightness of existence making us buoyant, making us thrive. We are all here, and everywhere is here. A fervent existence of oneness. There are no individuals here. We have made this journey countless times before, from the blue to the green to the white, then some meet grey and some meet green, but we are always together, for we are all one. We are no good at keeping time, but we think soon the shadow will appear, a dark and steep abyss that we will tumble down as we have for millennia. An uncertain amount of time passes, and before we know it, we are falling, green, deeper blue. We grow larger here, we expand into the darkness, new connections appear, there's more energy, there's more excitement, and the prospect of change is on the horizon. This is our favourite part of the trip. We never want it to end. So that is my little response. I'll dig into it for you. So when I was a few years ago, I discovered this author called Italo Calvino, and he's got a few really, really good books. My favorite one is called The Cosmonaut Comics, and it's like pitted as a rewriting of Genesis for the modern era. So it's about the creation of the universe. And each of the characters in it is this sort of non-entity. They are not human, they are like an unknowable sort of energy source, but the main character's got the persona of a little kid. And he like flies through the universe, experiencing all this change, and plays like bowling balls with planets or skittles with planets. And this book really changed the way that I viewed being able to write a story and write from a perspective. So I've written before from the perspective of a car that like basically has a crush on its driver. And then I've also written about a piece of capital that's moving through the stocks and shares market, but like as a experiencing conscious entity. And that's this same thing that I've got going on here. I don't know, I quite like it. I'm really into the idea of panpsychism. I think it's beautiful. Like I can't sit here on my chair in my house and believe that consciousness isn't a fundamental part of universe. I think like everything is thriving with energy. Everything has that buzz of life, a pulse of existence. And it's just, we're never going to be able to communicate that to like an atom or understand what my plant pot's feelings are. Do you know what I mean? But I really do believe that existence is everywhere. And I just get a joy out of personifying these little water molecules rushing through their journey. You know, I researched how long it takes for a water molecule to like go from a mountain all the way down to the sea and like get reabsorbed back into the sky and down again. Couldn't really find an answer, but the Great Lakes in America, Lake Superior, it's estimated that a water molecule would take 200 years to do a cycle. So this water, like these water molecules travel for a really long time. But I also know from school that water molecules have these hydrogen bonding going on, which is what makes water like sticky and what makes water like glob together is these like weak hydrogen bonds. So I was imagining water as being this like sort of communal experience. These water atoms are, yeah, experiencing all as one, all together. But anyway, it's just supposed to be fun, guys. Have fun with it. Don't take anything too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take creativity too seriously. Have fucking fun. Just have fucking fun. That is all that life is meant to do. That's all we are meant to do. It's all we're meant to be. Enjoy yourself as best you can. Write some funny shit about water atoms. And smile.